Hello everyone. Today we're going to check out the Scorn of Ashura trial. I saw an Ibarra that seems to be set up, so the team we built around that. We have Gabrant as physical cover. Gear-wise, resist, health, and defense. He has his own card at level 7 and a decent amount of resist. Lotus Maid's Fiend is going to be buffer and healer for us. Base form has some limit fill, a little bit Esper fill. Spirit and health. Gave her the Beach Beauties card. Shift form, we just tossed some spirit and health at her. Manira is going to do our physical mitigation. She's got the Rainbow Whip, the Summer Whip to seal on the first part of the fight. Just gave her a bunch of limit fill and some magic. So she does have the 12 crystals per turn. And then we have 50 demon and 100 human killer. Summerfeeda and Lid, they're our breaker. They're going to eat most of the counters for us. So they are full of aid. Gave them a little bit of spirit and health aside from that. And Assassin Dagger to try to inflict some statuses. And we gave them a new journey card. Ibarra is going to be the main damage, so base form is magic and what killers we could fit. And her own card. So we got 50 demon, 200 human, 175 reaper killer. Shift is essentially the same thing, magic and killers. So we got 100 demon, 275 human, and 250 reaper in shift form. And the one that we found, some magic killers in base form. So they got 70 demon, 245 human, and 195 reaper. And shift, 100 demon, 275 human, and 300 reaper killer. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, first we're gonna eat up the counters. Triple cast break. And then we'll use her, so we'll do both cooldowns. For now, everybody can evade once. And I can hit it a little bit. Alright, Fina, we're gonna shift and use her buff. Gabranth. We want to misveil. We want to reduce damage. We have physical. I guess for now we'll just have him a spinning blade. Alright, Ibarra, we're just going to go shift and set up. So, Appeal, Frenzy, and on Koku. Friend's going to do the exact same. Alright, let's eat up some counters first. We're just going to triple on the break. And Rainbow Whip to seal. We get our disease in there as well. Alright, so let's do some health regen and a barrier. And this turn, we're just going to have him reduce damage. And Ibarras are going to chain. So triple on Koku and use Corrupt Force. Alright, who are you going to mana drain? Okay, that was actually a good choice. You can drain her all you want. She's got a lot of regen. Yeah, turn 3, pretty much same deal. Triple break to eat counters. Rainbow Whip to seal. Two on cover. Two on physical down. So I think he's just gonna reduce damage again. So I can do a heal, I guess, and I want to get some mana regen going. But we'll cast the mana after we do the damage. Okay. So we should still have our buffs. Yeah, physical down is good. One turn on cover. So we can redo our cover. We got one turn on stat buffs. So we'll reduce damage, recast cover. Triple break. Rainbow Whip to seal. Alright, let's heal up and toss out a barrier. Of course. Hit the DPS with the mana drain. Alright, so we're going to triple break to seal. I'm going to use her limit this time to get our physical mitigation back. We're going to have to do some late damage for the other half of the seal and get our heal in there. So we're going to have him do his defensive buff and reduce damage to help out. And we'll do that after we send the DPS. And this is our last turn in shift form, so we're just going to go full chain instead of recasting the cooldown. Alright, so we got our 60% physical mitigation back. He's got a 250 defense buff. We don't have resist buffs though. Alright, that wasn't too bad overall though. Alright, triple break. Rainbow whip to seal. Do some resist buffs again. And a health regen should get him set. 2 on cover, 3 on physical down. So I'll do damage down and just do his cover again. So now we're in base form. We're going to allure and just Arashi. Alright, his regen should tick him up. Yeah, almost full. Alright, first thing we're going to do is eat up counters and hit the brakes. Seal with Rainbow Whip. Alright, let's look at his buffs. So I could still wait a turn, technically, before buffing. So we could full heal and barrier him. Use to cool down the cap. So triple Arashi and cap with a bolt. Let's get that in there. Alright, so we want to definitely do his damage reduction. Alright, so we're gonna miss Veil just to get the mitigation on the rest of the team for the mana. And do his damage reduction, get the healing barrier up. Alright, let's eat up those counters. Let's see, what buffs do you have? One more turn on physical down. That's not too bad overall. I think this is your last defense turn, right? Yeah, last turn for defensive buff, but we gotta heal. So let's full heal and barrier again. Rainbow whip the seal. Alright, so I think I want to do damage down in his 200% defense buff just in case. So that's going to come off of Spinning Blade. Only because next turn we won't be able to buff, we're going to have to seal. Alright, let's eat up the counters. Rid of those nasty dispels. Alright, so she's going to dark damage and fill there. So we need to get our light damage in. And toss up a regen, I think. Only 100. Non-elemental. Oh, no. Elemental lightning. Two turns. Actually, we'll save that for the next turn. Or maybe the next time we turn back. Whatever. For now, we'll just chain Arashi. Alright, so we got 200% defense buff. Have 50% elemental buffs. 60% physical mitigations. Reduce damage and just refresh cover. Alright, well, it sucks when he hits a bar with the mana drain. Alright, soak up the counters, keep the break there, and we'll seal with Rainbow Whip. Take a chance and get our buff in there, which should make a big difference overall. Alright, so we'll allure, get our killer, and double cast. That way we'll have a little bit of a killer buff in the shift form. Yeah, I think actually he just wants to single cast. 3 turns on cover, yeah. Mitigation's all he needs. Alright, hopefully a good regen tick. Hopefully that's good enough. Close. Very close. Alright, let's get him healed. And a nice little barrier up. Soak up counters just in case. Seal just in case. And we'll shift over and get or do it actually, because I think she phase 2 kills all her debuffs, right? We'll just stick to lightning because hopefully we can do 8% in base form. Okay. So we're going to Circle of Judgment and use his Magnus for really big physical mitigation. Okay. Now at this point, yeah, we'll eat up all the counters first, so that we can do her limit, and then we can stop messing around a little bit. Alright, so let's... Weakening, we don't have to frenzy again. Let her cap with her LB. Alright, buff wise. Should refresh his cover. So he'll do cover and reduce damage. Toss up a big heal and try to get some mana back. Alright, so we got 1 turn on all the good buffs. 3 turns on physical mitigation, which is good. Cover's good. could miss for the rest of the team though. So let's do that. We'll miss Veil to get mitigation on the rest of the team. Big mitigation for himself. Do a double and restore some mana. Alright, let's unlock her multicast. And Mirage for the whole team. Big heal, and we'll at least get 50 elemental resist on him. Alright, so triple on Koku, cap with force. Alright, we'll continue. We'll eat up 2. Yeah, mana's actually good on that one. What do we want to do with the healers? So we should probably do his self-defense buff for now. And mitigation. So reduce damage, buff defense. So I suppose we can eat up 2 there. See if that heal tops him off or not. Alright, that looks good. So let's throw up a barrier for him. Barrier and a health regen sound good. And let's see. Just chain up on Koku. And we'll cap with that again just because we can only use her limit burst while we're in shift form. So we'll refresh the physical mitigation this way. Alright, so I got one more turn before she can shift. Let's make sure that he can't get defense broken. So overall, just doing a heal and a barrier should suffice there. Gonna have her eat up all the counters. Let's see, what's the other side of this? Oh yeah, that's just the Imperil there. So we give Mirage to everybody. Extra Mirage to you. And whack him twice. Alright, so these next two turns I think we're just gonna stick with full chaining on Koku. That's a bad chain. Alright, let's have you shift. Let me just double check on this. So 4 turns. So that should technically be up after this wears down. So let's get that up to help with the elemental resist. We'll eat 2 counters and get a heal in there. Let's see, how long on your physical resist? Two turns? Yeah, for now, refresh your defense break immunity. Let's see, how long does this last? 4 turns total. So actually, yeah, I think we want to chain up and hope that her limit fills. That right there is just rude. Alright, well, evasion for everybody, extra evasion for the tank. And whack him twice. Okay, so I can't do any damage now with anything but the lightning, or non-elemental. So let's see. We're going to do his damage reduction. And we got one more turn on the good defense. Alright, let's heal and barrier, I guess. She can eat up all the counters. Right, I have one turn on physical down, right? Yeah, so we're not going to cast that just yet. Give everybody one stack. Give you 2 stacks. Just lots of mirage for everybody. Alright, so let's allure and double Arashi. Alright, so now I need physical mitigation, right? Yeah, so we should still have the good buffs for elemental and defense. We need the better physical mitigation. So that's going to be that one there. And we'll give him the extra mirage. Pretty much just eat up all 3 counters with Fina and Lid. Heal and a regen. That way we top them off and we get some health regen going. Alright, triple Arashi, cap with a bolt. Alright, so this is our last turn of all the good buffs. Let's have you eat 2 counters, and then let's do a heal. That way Fina can prep the lesser elemental buffs and throw up a barrier for you. We'll just have him refresh defense. We're just making sure that he can't get his defense broken. Alright, so let's unlock her multicast again. And we'll give 1 Mirage stack to everybody. Alright, so at this point, we got 2 turns. Yeah, so he needs to do his good defense buff. And damage reduction there. One evade for everybody. Extra evade for the important people. Alright, we should be able to just heal and barrier this turn. And we'll let you eat up the counters. Alright, chain up Arashi. One more turn on the big physical down. Let's do Miss Veil to get mitigation on everybody else, and Circle of Judgment. Can eat up 2 counters and heal with Summerfina and Lid. That will let us do up a barrier, and we'll do health regen. Evasion for everybody, extra evasion. Just because we can't use limit burst till we can shift. So that'll be next turn. Alright, so let's lure and triple Arashi. Alright, good news. We can shift and do dark damage again. So we are going to Weakening and just triple on Koku, because Frenzy lasts until they die, which is nice. Alright, we'll have her just eat up all 3 counters with the break. Top off health and put up a barrier. She'll cap with LB. And I think he'll just refresh his, break resist. So Circle of Judgment and defense so that he can't get his defense broken. Alright, so let's double break and a heal. That way they eat up at least 2 of the counters. We'll shift and get our good buff going. Yeah, I think we'll just Circle Judgment and defense again. We'll let her Mirage for everybody, and a little bit of extra Mirage here and there. Alright, so let's get a killer buff. Double on Koku and end with Force. I think we'll just heal and barrier. Use her to triple break. Eat up the counters. Hey, we actually got her poison too. So, one turn to unlock that. Let's evade for everybody, and extra evade for the tank. And we'll just refresh his defense break for now, with mitigation. He's got plenty of mana, so there's no worry about the multicast. Alright, we still do have to summon an Esper. So let's eat up 2 counters and toss in a heal and see how much healing the tank gets. Alright, that's looking pretty fine there. So chain on Koku, we're doing dark damage. We'll summon Diablos with Fina. Alright. That's taken care of. So let's unlock her multicast, give 1 evade to everybody. We're going to mitigate damage. We'll use his Magnus. I mean, we're at 15%. He's got 2 of them left. Alright, I think this is our last turn of the good buffs. Which means next turn... Oh, he can actually cast that now. Alright, we'll eat up 2 counters and heal. So, break, counter, counter, heal up. That way I'll be able to get the lesser elemental buffs up. And a barrier. And we'll use her limit burst for the good physical mitigation, because this is our last turn in dark mode. Just gonna full chain because a lot more damage in shift form. Alright, so this turn we'll just do that. Next turn he'll do his defense buff. Alright, we'll let Fina and Lid eat up all 3 counters. We're back to lightning damage, so we can't do any damage with our ghost. Toss out a heal and a barrier. Alright, so let's Allure and double Arashi. Looks like we're gonna have to give mana to the friend soon. Alright, Mirage for everybody. And some extra Mirages. Got Broth. Defense buff for self and reduce damage. Let's eat 2 and heal with the Fina and Lid. I'm going to do mana regen with Lotus and a barrier. Triple Arashi and a Bolt. Getting close. Alright, so how many turns do we have on everything here? 2 more turns on physical damage, so we're going to wait to use the cooldown. So instead, we're just going to evade everybody. Let him reduce damage and make sure that his defense can't be broken. Alright, so we're just going to triple break. She can eat up all the counters. Fina needs to heal. We'll just heal and barrier this turn. He should still have... defense might not be that great. We might just use his Magnus to help him out. See, and I didn't realize it was time to redo the good buff. So they get this shift soon. So yeah, we'll do good physical mitigation. Mirage to everybody. and a little bit of extra here and there. Yeah, you can hit yourself, why not? And with him, we'll do circle, and we're going to use his last Magnus. Just because I don't have the good buffs on him, I don't think. Alright, let's shift and get those buffs in there. And we will double break and toss out a heal. Figures 1%. Alright, so let me just make sure his can't be defense broken. Alright, we got 2 turns on that. So let's miss fail to get mitigation on the rest of the team. And Circle of Judgment. And Mirage everybody, and extra for our tank. Let's toss out the double break and a heal. That way they at least 2 counters. Although we should kill it right now. We'll hit him with Allure and triple Arashi. And that should be all missions. We made sure to summon an Esper. Nobody actually died. We did fire damage with the Rainbow Whip. There you go, all missions done. Interesting fight. More annoying sorting through the friends list to try to find units actually geared enough to take on the hard trial. But if I happen to find another unit, maybe we'll run through with somebody else. All depends on what I can find on the borrow list. But we're going to end the video there. Hope everybody enjoyed.